Computer-assisted translation, or CAT software. What is a computer-assisted translation, or CAT tool? It's a database of translated text, both source and target, with features to support the efficient use of previously translated text. Translators use this software to enhance productivity and consistency. It enables faster document processing speeds. The software quickly finds old translations and helps the translator to evaluate and place this text in the file. Lower costs. Since less text needs to be translated, costs are lower. And improve consistency. Since translations are automatically suggested for reuse, there is less variation, assuming linguists use the tool properly. It's extremely important to understand that this is not a computer-performed translation. That would be MT, or machine translation. With a CAT tool, the translator does all of the work with the assistance of a computer to do it better, faster, and cheaper. A CAT tool maintains a database of translated text, source, and target for reuse. Source text is the text that is being translated, and target text is the translation. Combined, they form a segment pair. A segment is typically a sentence, but it's really just a unique grouping of words with a specific meaning. It can be a sentence, but it can also be a phrase, as in a column heading. It's rarely a single word, but it can be, as in a survey with questions answered by yes, no, or sometimes. The database could contain the response options along with the preferred translation of each. In our screen capture, we have several examples of segments which are not full sentences. Whenever the source segment is found in a new document, the CAT tool suggests the matching translation. If there is no matching segment, it can bring up a similar segment to consider. More about this in our next slide. Modifying a similar translation can be faster than translating it new. The computer simply increases the speed of the translator. MAGNUS creates a separate database for each client, so we can maintain their linguistic preferences, and we can also add other translations to both lower costs and keep new translations consistent with previous work. So we understand that the database includes translated segments. What if there are similar sentences that don't exactly match? To answer that question, let's look at this file analysis. We compare the files in new projects with the database to get an analysis. CAT tools classify the words by percentages, and we use the percentages to put segments into categories. You can see that the bottom category is no match. This is a segment in the document which does not exist in the database. 100% match. The same segment in the document appears in the database. 101% match. The source segment in the database was saved with its preceding and following segment. The same sequence of segments appears in the document. Repetition. Segments that appear again and again within a project. And back to our question. What if there are similar sentences that don't match exactly? Percentage matches. Text which is similar but not an exact match. The similarity here can vary from very close to very unusable. Differences in the words, punctuation, formatting, numbers, spaces can all affect the percentage rating. Low percentage matches, in the 50 to 74% range, are grouped in with no match text because the differences are big enough that the sentences must be significantly reworked to be usable. So we've taken a look at how the CAT tool tracks the text, and it's pretty clear that reusing text can save time and money. How is quality improved? CAT tools offer a few features that improve quality. The first, of course, is that the tool automatically suggests previous translations for reuse. You can see here that a 77% match is being offered for the translation of "Your Care from Doctors." By updating the translation being offered for this segment and marking it as finalized, the 77% will be changed to 100%, the red X will change to a green check mark, and the database will have a complete translation segment. But auto-propagation goes a step further. This is a way to enforce consistency. With this feature turned on, when you confirm the translation of a segment that has repetitions in the document, the confirmed translation is automatically copied to all the repetitions throughout the document. This setting is visually confirmed by the presence of the down arrow, which appears under the 100 and 101% markers. CAT tools can also review the entire project and call attention to inconsistencies in translation and other types of problems, formatting, numbers, and punctuation to name a few. In this example, the English words gastrocnemius and stomach have each been translated 2 different ways. By requiring translators to perform a QA check, quality is improved in our final deliverables. Only after all questions are resolved and our client accepts the final translation do we include the translated text into the database for reuse in future projects. We hope you found this explanation useful. Please let us know if you have any questions about computer-assisted translation software.